So that's it. I'm at Overton Hill, just near Avebury. I've just had a walk around Avebury, which is really nice with the family. You can see the sign behind me. 87 miles to Ivinghoe Beacon. So it's a little bit later in the morning than I wanted, but I've only got about 15 miles to do today, so it should be fairly easy going. And yeah, let's get on the trail. Well, that's the end of day one, and yeah, it's been an awesome day. It's been windy, and I've made a bit of a mistake. Well, not a mistake really. It's I just wish I'd have thought about it a little bit more. And basically, we've got a cold snap coming in, and the winds are swung round from the northeast. And if I'd have used my head a little bit, if I'd have started at Ivinghoe Beacon, I'd have had the wind on my back this whole trail. But no, I've got to walk into it. So, which is, you know, it's not too much of an issue, but it just takes that edge off of it being comfortable. So yeah, it's one of them. But yeah, I wish I'd have just thought about that a little bit more and made the decision to start the other end, because it's, you know, when the wind's on your back, it's a lot more enjoyable. But yeah, I've come in. This is exactly where I wanted to be on the first day. Last time I done the Ridgeway, I camped out a bit further down there, and then of course 5 minutes after leaving that spot in the morning, I come across this spot, so I remembered it from last time. And I have seen another YouTuber camp here as well. It's obviously a pretty well-established spot. There's people that had fires here and all sorts of stuff. So, but yeah, it's looking really, really nice. The sun is going to go down right beyond you. I'm looking at Liddington Castle over there. So I'm going to do some photography tonight. Looks like we're going to get a good sunset. Got a few clouds forming over there, so that should be pretty good. And yeah, I just like the lay of the land over there, and you can see the castle remains in the distance, so that looks pretty good. And I've also, I don't know if the sun's going to get a flare on this, but I've also got a composition that looks pretty interesting over there. So yeah, it's looking like I've got a couple of nice ones, and if we get any sunrise, then it's looking like we're going to get some, you know, I could probably get a couple of compositions here as well. So yeah, we'll see what it's going to be like.
Oh no, it wasn't me.
Oh yeah.
They're part of some sort of...
So yeah, hopefully in the morning might get something as well if the sun plays ball. But it's forecast to be windy, sort of like today really for tomorrow. So it started off really cold this morning, really cold. It was a bit of a shock to the system because we just had about 3 days of it being really sunny and sort of 20 degrees. So it gave us a little taster, then boom, just turned around and said have some of that. So yeah, it was really cold, but this morning was awesome. Amy and my wife and my little boy Finley, we all went down to Avebury Stone Circle and had a wander around there. Yeah, it was wicked seeing all that. And I took some pictures. There's another, like a nature reserve just up from Avebury. I can't remember the name. I'll put it up on the screen now. I took a shot there, and that's somewhere I want to revisit. There's just so like sarsen stones everywhere, and it all cuts through this valley. So that'll be one I definitely want to get back to and have a look. I'll probably come down here and do some photography, to be fair, and just sort of spend a weekend down here. Maybe a few weekends just sort of going around all these sites and just trying to get some good shots at the right times of day. But yeah, I feel really good today. I've done 18 miles. I did backtrack a little bit because I wanted to take a picture of one of the horse chalk figures that are cut into the side, so I cut back on myself. Hackpen Hill, I think it was, and yeah, I cut back about 2 miles just to try and get lower down so I could get a picture of it up on the hillside. So I think it'll turn out all right. If it's any good, you'd have seen it by now, or I'll put it up in a minute. So yeah, I've done 18 miles is good anyway, so I feel really good. The bag pretty heavy. Base weight was 12 kilograms with all my camera gear and everything in there as well, so I hit about 14 kilograms when I weighed it with all my food and water. And what I did do, because it was going to be cold, at the last minute I threw my Gore-Tex bivvy bag in there, because that's just going to give me a little bit extra, and by Monday that's meant to be getting Arctic. So yeah, I threw that in there, and I just wanted to be comfortable for the extra, just for the sake of the extra weight. You know, I just want to enjoy the trip. It's a holiday for me, or it's not a sufferfest, so I want to enjoy it as much as I can. Yeah, the only little thing, the only negative little tiny thing, this just a little niggly thing, is the wind, but I can deal with that. It's been glorious with the sun out today as well, so really lucky with the sun. And I think tomorrow is going to be much of the same. So yeah, I'm going to chill out here for a bit, get some food down me, get my tarp up, and do some photography. Alright, so we've got set up. I've moved just a bit further down the trees from where I was earlier. I found a bit more of a sheltered spot, to be fair. But yeah, and a couple of people turned up, so I'm tucked in the bushes, but the light is kicking off out here now. Look at this. So I'm going to go and do some photography now, but I'm in a much more sheltered spot. I'm really happy, and I'm going to have a comfortable night's sleep by the looks of this. So yeah, it's looking absolutely glorious out here. Look at it. Hopefully that gap on the horizon, the sun's just about to burst through that now. I'm going to shoot Liddington Castle, which is over there, just getting some light on it now. So I'm going to rush into position and I'll bring you back in a sec. Oh, this is getting really nice. So I'm hoping when that sun drops down, all these clouds that are in the sky are just going to pop, hopefully. So we could be in, it's either 50-50, either the clouds are going to snuff it out or it's going to absolutely pop. Getting some nice light on the castle at the minute. I'm just going to keep shooting in that direction. Let's see what we're getting on the back of the screen. Yeah, it's quite, I don't really want to trample over the farmers' crops, to be fair, so I'd like to go down the hill, but you know, I'm going to be respectful. Yeah, it's looking really nice. So this is just awesome. The clouds are coming, so it's made the sky interesting, which is really, really nice. I've just been shooting the same composition towards Liddington Castle, sorry. It's just really nice. You know, it's not going to be like the best shot I've ever taken or anything, but it's just nice to have this at the end of my first day of my Ridgeway hike, and it's just gorgeous. So I've got literally views as far as I can see. I can see Swindon down there in the distance behind Liddington Castle actually, and it's just gorgeous. The clouds have come over and there's a letterbox gap on the horizon, so it's going to pop again in a minute. There's plenty of interest in the sky, like I just said, and hopefully the grand finale is probably going to happen in the next sort of 20 minutes, I'd say. And well, fingers crossed it's going to happen. But yeah, hopefully all of these clouds will just light up. They've already got that pink hue. But yeah, all I've been doing is just been shooting the same composition. I've polarized it as well because I'm 90 degrees to the light, so that's made a really nice difference. So yeah, I'm just bracketing my shots. I'm just literally just watching the light change on the land, and yeah, so I'll turn live view off for a second. But yeah, really happy. It's been an awesome day. I'm feeling good, and I'm really happy with the campsite, like I just said a minute ago. I'm tucked away in the bushes. I've come down further from where I was earlier because the wind was cutting through them beech trees, and to be fair, they're really old beech trees and it's quite windy, but people turned up as well, so I thought, well, I'll leave them to it. And it was when I was down here scouting for a location to shoot this composition that I just walked out of the wind, and I just felt the difference in the temperature, and I thought, well, yeah, that's where I'm going to go if they set up camp. And then they started setting up a tent, so yeah, I left them to it. It's only a couple, so fair play to them. You know, I've passed them earlier, and I see a guy carrying a tent. I thought, cool, you're brave, mate, carrying that sort of thing all day. And yeah, they've turned up and camped down there. But yeah, I said hello to them and everything. It was all nice. But yeah, personally, I just want to be out of the way. I don't want to be around anyone else's camping either. So yeah, there's no need. There's plenty of room. Got the whole countryside to ourselves. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to come back in a bit because this is going to kick off, I think, in the next 20 minutes. So I'll probably leave this here. I'm still yet to eat food. I just wanted to get everything set up and then start doing photography, because I just knew this light, if it disappeared, I needed to get a few shots in the bag. So, but yeah, you can see it behind me, just behind that bank of cloud at the minute, and that little letterbox, that should just paint the land golden afterwards, and then it'll be a lovely blue hour, I think. And I think if it does stay clear, might even get some star astro shots tonight as well. So yeah, bring you back in a bit. I think that's about it for the light that's on the land anyway. It seems to have got dropped into a real load of haze at the back there, so it's not really actually emitting any more light, so I think I've had the best of it. But what a lovely evening nonetheless. I've got pheasants, partridges, all sorts around me, all going up to roost. Just an awesome ending to an awesome day. Taken quite a few shots with some really good light, and some, well, actually the clouds are cleared up a little bit as well, so it's not really as good as it was earlier. So I'm really glad I did get the shots earlier. Like I said, it's I couldn't let that light go because I didn't know whether it was going to get better or worse. But obviously, yeah, it's just got worse. Well, I say worse, it's not bad, but it's not good for photography. But it's nice for the eyes.